Now today I got a story coming from back in the day. This story I touched on it a few times. I always touched on it here and there. I think I have a story out there talking about one of the situations in the story. A story of friendship, betrayal, addiction, violence, the list goes on. So without further ado, let's get into it. I go by D-Jack, but you can call me D. So I go extra hard on that hard flow. Call me D. Now the story is based off a certain person that I was super cool with back in my teenage years. And for the sake of the story, let's call this guy Rock. I meet Rock at Thompson Middle School. I was going to Elkhart while I was in 6th grade. I got put out for fighting, had gotten into several fights actually, and the last one finally got us put out and we got sent to Thompson Middle. Now I'm gonna say the second or third day, I see him on a bus ride home, and we just so happen to live 2-3 blocks away. And I'm on a bus writing raps, busting lyrics. That's what I used to always do in school. In the classroom, lunch table, gym, I'm writing raps or I'm drawing, either one. So he comes sit in the seat across from that seat. Hey bro, you rap? You know I rap, nigga. And he started telling me he was trying to get into rapping, but he never really tried his hand at it. So he took out his book and showed me his lyrics. So I'm going down in his lyrics, and he ended every bar with "and shit." Dead serious. I'm about to go to the store and shit. I'm about to a nigga hoe and shit. Where all the dope and shit. I'm like, bro, you can't end every bar with "and shit." You gotta switch it up. You gotta add something else there. Like, other than that, his lyrics was subpar. I'm gonna give it a strong 6-7. But if you switch up the end of these bars, you'll be good. Bet, I appreciate that, bruh. He tell me his name. I say my name Damon, but you can call me D. And sidebar, this is how this channel was created. Meeting new people, I always had to end it off with, but you can call me D. If you saw it on paper, you would either call me Damon or Damon. And before you know it, I'm hanging out on his block real tough, to the point where all the guys on his block is now my guys. We a whole nice little clique now. As time flies by, we build a rapport, we building a relationship, and my mother ends up passing. For the people who know, you know. You know what happened, how it happened. I was 14 years old, devastating. As I'm hanging with him, I meet his mother. His mother kind of reminded me of my mother. Not that they looked like each other, but the way that they act, the way they carry themselves. She really had those characteristics of my mother, so I felt a little closer to my mom being around his mom. So now we done got so cool to the point where I can start bringing company over there. I'm bringing my cousin over there. I'm introducing my brother. And one day, I bring my girlfriend. Her name was Shakora. Shout out to you, Shakora. Real dark-skinned chicks, y'all know how I feel about real dark-skinned chicks if y'all saw my live. Now let's clarify this. This is not a side chick. This ain't a side piece. This ain't a flipper. This is my girlfriend. I'm in love with this chick. It's how I'm feeling. We sitting out on the porch most of the time, doing a little teenager couple shit. And I tell her, hey, let me go to the kitchen and get something to drink. I'm thirsty. She said she wanted some too. So as I'm in the kitchen making the Kool-Aid, I'm not knowing that my homeboy Rock goes out on the porch and talks to my girlfriend. Now we know the saying, y'all. Bros before hoes. Money over bitches. But in this case, let's see if you view that differently. I'm gonna say about 10 minutes went by, 10-12 minutes went by, and I come outside, but I don't see him. I don't know that he even went out there. Sit down with my girl again, pass her the cup, and she's sitting there with this resting bitch face. I'm kind of tapping her arm. Here.
Thank you, babe.
And she just laid the cup on the ground. She ain't even sip it. What happened that quick? And she tell me,
Nah, see, your nigga, he foul. I thought that's your boy. I thought that's your homie.
what you talking about? He done came out there and said,
You supposed to be here with me. Why you here with D? Come on, give me your number so we can link up.
this is what she is telling me. And the bro handbook says that I'm not supposed to listen to a word she talking about. She could be trying to throw a cross in between us. But in my mind, why would she do that? I don't get it. Is she trying to get at him on the slide, or she trying to... It didn't make sense. We damn near get into a lightweight argument because of it. And she would end up walking home. She got mad, she ended up walking home. Honestly, I'm not knowing what to really do. I did it the civil way. I go in there. Yeah, my girl said, you tried to holler at her while I was in the kitchen.
What?
Yeah, you said you tried to holler at her.
Man, bruh, I was gonna tell you, right? But I ain't wanna cause no problems. She tried to holler at me.
What do? You won't there. Do you believe your girl or your boy? And the handbook says you believe your boy. And that's exactly what I did. I ain't even say nothing else to her about it. So that situation dies down, it passes, we forget about it. I'm gonna say about a year go by. I got a different girlfriend this time. She may not want me to say her name, so I'm just gonna say Slim. Shout out to Slim. So it's her birthday, and I'm a little broke, dusty dude. I ain't really got no money, so I figure come over here and at least you can spend time with me. I smoke you out, that type shit. But she was a lot more street savvy. She was prissy too. She had her little prissy ways, but she was hood at heart. And damn near deja vu moment. I do the same exact thing. I didn't go in the kitchen this time. It was something else. I think it was the bathroom. I go in the house, come back out, and she telling me,
that ain't your motherfucking homeboy.
Straight out the gate.
This whole ass nigga just tried to holler at me.
Now come to find out, she knew Rock. I didn't know this. She knew Rock from back then. She said that he tried to holler at her and she never gave him the time of day. She ain't feeling it. She want me to do something to his ass. Like right then and there. She want me to go sock him in the jaw. I'm like, no, chill out. She gets so mad that she want to leave. She done already called her ride. Her ride be there in 10 minutes. I'm not saying she lying, but I'm more so brushing it off like, man, all right, I hear you. But in the back of my mind, I remember what happened last time. I remember going to talk to him last time. He just told me, nah, bro, she tried to holler at me. What's gonna stop him from lying again? And I don't have proof that he did it. And I'm not finna get off on bruh in his mama house off the word of a female. At this point, she's so pissed off, she looking at me differently. Like she seriously started questioning my character. If this is the type of guys you hang around, who are you? This is her words verbatim.
Boy, Lane, that's your people? That's who you riding for? Don't let me find out, D. Don't let me find out, nigga.
This is how she talking to me. And before she left, she said,
I don't care what you say. Homeboy, no homeboy. Nigga shouldn't feel like he can disrespect you like this, D.
The words of a woman will make a nigga crash out like right after she left, and we got into a full-blown argument. Called him out his name, called him fake, lame, anything that you would call a homeboy who you suspect of doing something like this. Because even though I still don't have proof, the pattern of two different girls a year apart from each other telling me that you did this in the same type of scenario, bro, it's like you can't make that up. I leave and I go to my grandma's house in Southgate. I'm gonna say 10 minutes into the walk, Rock calling me. He called me twice, I ignored it. I get a call from Rock again. I pick up the phone to tell him to stop calling my phone like a hoe, and it's his mama on the phone. She played the mediator between us when we get into little spats. We was like brothers, so we damn near argue like brothers sometimes too. We always had disagreements. I was among the guys who was willing to tell him the truth. I didn't mind telling him about himself. Not in a up way, not in a rude, arrogant, douchey way, in a way that you can understand that, hey, this how I'm feeling. And she put things into perspective. You don't supposed to let no hoe get in between y'all, man. Y'all like brothers, right? I hate when that term is brought up. Over no hoe, over no female, over no bitch. At this point, it ain't about the female. It ain't about the pussy. It ain't about the feelings for the female. It's about the principle. You know who she is to me. You know how I feel about her. And you wait till I leave to do some left hand shit. So that let me know how you think of me. I don't know if I wasn't mature enough to see it that way then, but she put it in perspective to the point where I just let it go. Just hear me out. I know nigga gonna get on my ass like, bro, you tripping, you wildin' nigga, you stupid, ain't no way. I kept cool with bruh because I did not have proof. I just had her word and his word. I don't go over there for a while and we don't talk as much, but we eventually do. Summertime hit, we start going back to the zone, we start going back to skate land, and it's almost like the situation never happened, right? Wrong. Before we get into the next part of the video, I just want to shout out two people. Shout out to T and shout out to Lee. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all donated to my channel just recently. And I just want to say it's one of the greater motivators for people who take their hard-earned money to support something that they feel I do very well. And evidently, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. And I'm going to do my best to live up to the name. Let's get back into it. Now I'm gonna give a rough estimate. It was about 4 months, 5 months down the line. I'm out on 34th Street, which is about 3 blocks away from Rocks Street. And it's a crowd of us. It's a lot of us out there, so we out there chilling. We having a good old grand time. It was a regular Wednesday. That's what we did every day. Come outside, grind, get high, try to talk to hoes. And he calls me.
Hey D, I need you to come through, bro. You gotta come through.
Now I wanted to ask him why, but he sounded like he was I ain't gonna say frantic, but like in a hurry. I can get down to the bottom of that when I get there. So I go on the street that he tell me to come to. And we are in front of the house of somebody that we both know. We are homeboys with. This was the dirty 30s. From 29th up into the Ville, them streets in between, damn near everybody knew everybody. It's the area that's known today as Midtown. Now the guy house that we in front of, for the sake of the story, let's call him K-Son. Now K-Son is standing on his porch. Rock is standing outside his gate. And they talking back and forth. They just talking back and forth, back and forth. So I go to tap Rock on the shoulder, like, hey bro, what's going on? But as I'm about to tap him, K-Son come out his mouth. You standing in front of my door when you need to be hollering at the nigga who said it. I look at him, what he talking about, bro? Apparently, K-Son been talking to somebody else that we know about a certain rumor about Rock. Now, I don't know what this rumor is. Every time I tap Rock and ask him what is he talking about, he go back to talking to K-Son like he don't hear me. I'm saying, bro, what I'm up here for? Is y'all up here to talk Y'all gonna throw hands what? Hey, D, you cool, bro. You cool, D. You know we good. But your boy, you need to get from around him. So I tell Rock, unless you tell me what's going on right now at this second, bro, I'm sliding back to the 4th. And this what he tell me.
Man, I ain't even worried about bro for real, man. You know what? Get up out of here, man.
It's like 10 people out here, bro. You called me up here just for me to watch you talk? And it pissed me off so bad that I ain't even dig deep. I let it go. I walked off. And everybody else walked their separate ways. You know what I mean? I really started looking at Rock a lot differently. He was the common denominator in a lot of situations. You know, you get that feeling about somebody where as though you see it, but it's almost like you don't want to believe it. It would get to the point where Rock was becoming a nuisance. The very next day. Now, I just so happened to be at a homie's house around San Susan. Rock's name come up in conversation. And it sounded so outrageous, I did not want to believe it. Story goes, Rock would try to go down to the Ville and sell some weed, some bud, some zaza, whatever you want to call it today. And instead of him turning a profit, one of them took his pack. Now, by this point, Rock done had too many records out here with him talking murder, kill, strap, 4-5 to your head, do this to you if you do this to me. This shouldn't even be a rumor. It just should be, hey, they did this to him and then Rock did that to him. But no, turns out he opted to call his mother. Let me tell you something, bro. That's street reputation suicide. Called his mom. She came up there and got it back for him. And as I said before, people talk. Who knows what's true? But I chose loyalty. Now, these guys that I was with that day hung out on 35th Street. They knew him too. Knew his mom. Like I said, we damn near all know each other. It wasn't talking behind his back. It was basically repeating something that someone else said, that probably someone else said. That's how rumors work. Now, Rock would be robbed by someone we all knew. So he asked another guy we were tight with to get it back for him. Yes, he was robbed again, but along the lines of it being a joke. In his face, hey, run that. But he got a smile on his face the whole time, though, like, he joking.
Jake, come on, bro, for real though. Like, this how you doing it? Like, this how you finna do it though? Like, for real, that's how we coming.
They joking. That's what they say. They joking. But Jake, he real deal scared. Like, he real deal about to shit his pants. Like, oh my God, my homeboys is robbing me. And this led to a divide amongst all of us. Now, I dropped the link to the video down in the description box if you rather watch it right now to keep up with the timeline of the story. But whether you watch it or not, I'll be picking up at the end of that video. Now, as time passes, it's getting cold outside. We well into the fall time. We probably going into November, I think. We go to Skateland one night. He called me the night before. Hey, bro, me, such and such, we all going to Skateland. You pulling up? Yes, sir. Now, by the time Skateland is over, we outside chilling, and I'm talking to a girl. I hear Rock at the corner of the parking lot. Sound like he arguing with somebody. I out the gate, come up behind him. As the rider I am, we get to talking shit back and forth. Nothing happens. Nothing happens whatsoever. But little do I know that these guys that we just got into it with, all of them, and I mean all of them, go to my school. I'm going to Huguenot. All these niggas from Uptown. When they first heard about Honeycomb, it was almost out of the blue. And a lot of people thought Honeycomb was soft. A lot of niggas thought Honeycomb was cake, but they was not cake. And I almost got jumped in the middle of the whole cafeteria behind that shit. Didn't see it coming, bro. I don't know how I never noticed these niggas in school. It wasn't until the next day, I'm like, damn, them the niggas. Yeah, that is them niggas from Skateland, ain't it? So he come rushing me, security grab him, kind of just wilding out. And I'm just standing there, and bro, I got this, don't laugh, shiny gold and white jacket on. I don't know if y'all remember the $sign jackets. Them bitches was super shiny and super bright. So I'm kind of halfway with the coat off, like, I don't know if he bluffing. I'm not gonna say he was, but that's all that's happening right now. He just sitting there in the middle of the floor with the security guard, and they looking like he's trying to get past him, but he ain't letting them go. What you want me to do? Run up on you while the security guard holding you? So I walks out. But as I'm walking out and I'm looking behind me, it seems like the cafeteria is getting more crowded as I walk. I'm like, God damn. All because of this? By the time I get to the middle, the actual front entrance, the main entrance of the cafeteria, one of my homegirls come out the cafeteria and see me.
Damon, what happened?
Them niggas in there tripping. I don't know what's going on. I ain't feel like getting into the whole situation.
They said you ran.
I look at her and I look at me standing in front of her at the door, still looking at the cafeteria. I'm right here. I keep walking off. Now, eventually, I do get in a fight, damn near almost right after that. And when I come back to school, the cousin of these guys come up to me and say, hey, bro, you guys smoke with such and such? All them niggas behind him talking about the Honeycomb boys. Me and this dude was cool. I think his word really meant something to them. So, no, I ain't got no personal smoke with him, but that's my homeboy. What would you do? Dap me up?
Hi, D.
and shit. Ain't no telling what they probably was planning on doing to me. So I respect the hell out of him for that. Cause regardless of how hard you think you go, nigga, you against 7, 8, 9, 10 people ain't gonna vote well for you at the end. But to put a point on that part of the story, this was just another moment, another time with me riding for Rock, my dog. And then here comes the next situation. One morning I'm sitting down on my porch. It's 4:20. And I'm rolling up for the day. You know, I want to have me a few blunts to smoke throughout the day. No telling where I may end up. And I'm also suspended from school. You know, 4:20 was a school day. Matter of fact, I think it was for that fight. I'm not sure, don't get me wrong, but I was suspended for something. I get a call from Rock and he tell me that some guys at his school trying to jump him. Crazy enough, he said he need my help. Come up to the school. Cool, I got you. I was going to Huguenot, and Rock, he going to LC Bird. And I call up Rock's cousin. Rock's cousin, he had a studio in Village South, which where I was living at the time. So I hit him up and asked him if he could take me to go help out his cousin. He like, cool. So I jump in the car and we go pick Gary up from George Wolf. Shout out to Gary, G Money. And we all ride up to Chesterfield. Probably the worst decision ever. I don't know why I didn't think that part through. We going to Arrestorfield. So we get there. We sitting outside the school. I'm looking at it like, I don't know, should I? Gary get out the car first. Can't let him go in alone. I go in behind him. Soon as we get in there, we see that the scuffle had just finished. Like you could see that it was just a fight right here. And we seeing people picking stuff up, kids walking around. Since the fight over, we start walking the halls, talking to girls, being dumb. We should have literally walked right back out to school after that. We get caught not even 2 minutes in. The police, they take us up in the office, and I'm not gonna lie, they did not like us there. They just knew we was from the south side. I'm in there with a white tank top, fitted cap on, chain around my neck, grills in my mouth. They knew I didn't belong in that school. So they got us in separate offices, and they questioning us. And Rock, he tried to come in there with his dad and say, look, they with us, they was just with us, they came up here with us, they not buying it. But after a while they convinced them to let us go. So cool, but they wanted to search us. These two white cops won't play. They wanted to search us, but they wanted to search Gary first. He took everything out my pockets and put it inside my fitted cap and threw it on the desk in front of me. While they checking Gary, I guess he called his partner. He called him, I don't know what code he called. And once he did that, he ran out the room. You stay there. Grabbed me by the chest, pushed me to the chair. You stay right there. All right, cool. So once he run in the room, I grabbed for my phone. At the time, I had this flip phone. It was a T-Mobile flip phone. Call Rock cousin. Hey, bro, we caught. Go. We caught. He trying to talk. I said, bro, just go. We caught. We teenagers. We still in school. But Rock cousin, the one who got us there, he a grown-ass man. He got a kid at home. Go, bro. You do not want to get arrested with this bullshit. Threw it back up in the hat. He come right back in the door. Good timing. First thing he say, you selling drugs in my fucking school? I'm like, what? G had soft on him. I didn't know he had soft on him. I don't know why he wouldn't say he got soft on him. I would have thought that if he knew we was going to Arrestorfield, he would have, hey bro, I got this what's the name on me. We need to drop this off, or look, I can't go. Either way, once they found that, it's all she wrote. We ain't going nowhere. Even though I had nothing on me, the fact that I was with him, I'm a culprit too. They lock us up, take us down to the county jail, Chesterfield County. First time ever in jail. I don't stay in jail no longer than, I'm gonna say a good 5-6 hours. I get bonded out. And I felt bad because they kept Gary. I would end up getting locked up again officially. I think the requirements was I pay a fine and do weekend time, which I was going to do, but because I didn't pay the fine, they kept me. They kept me in there for a full 2 weeks. It was lightweight, it was light work, and I got a whole story about my whole jail experience if y'all want to see that too. But it was light. It wasn't nothing really that you could say, oh man, it was just so bad. It just gave me time to think about all these situations that I've been in, got into, was on account of somebody else, of my homeboy, me being loyal, me riding for my boy, me feeling like I have to do this because this is my boy. This is what we taught, is being real. We is taught to put our loyalty over our good common sense in this fucking community. This is what we was basically taught growing up. No matter how dumb it sounds, no matter how stupid, dangerous, that's your boy you ride. And my time in there totally changed my perception of that. I could have had a great 420 with no bullshit, no drama. I thought to myself, I said, I can't remember a time where Rock pulled up for me like that. You know, like life or death, fight or flight, nothing. You know, there were lookouts. There were let me haves and hey can I's, but far as putting his neck on the line for his brother, I couldn't confidently say that he did, or at least was willing to. Can't think of one time where it was just me that got me in it. Now, it was my decision that got me there, but it was on the strength of someone else. And I moved totally different after that. And it would be years before we kick it again, let alone have a conversation. By now, I'm living in Blue Ridge, I'm selling weed, and unbeknownst to me, So is he. So is Rock. But he had leveled up. Because if it's one thing that I can say about Rock, the boy was a hustler, for real. Holding down 2 to 3 jobs while selling bud on the side, definitely about his paper. You could never take that from him. Now, about that same time, my addiction starts officially, because before that, I started popping perks at like a very slow pace. You know, a 512 here, a few pink 10s there. It wasn't no real craving or withdrawal. It was all to feel good and avoid depression. Then I upgrade to OCs, and it got even worse. Me and Rock, we reconnect on the guise of doing music together. He planning on dropping the tape and he needed a feature from me. We in the car talking about it, trying to get the whole logistics of the whole thing together. I had 2 plays hit my phone, so I'm serving these people in the midst of it, and that catches attention. And we get to talking about numbers on the bud, telling me he'll give me this for that, or you buy this, I give you this. So long story short, he started fronting me. He becomes my plug. And at the time, I already had a plug, my cousin. But I'm thinking in my mind, the more the merrier. And doing business with him, it ran smooth for a while. I was flushed. I had mid and I had loud. Caking. But then the robbery happened. 3 guys with white masks come in and take everything, even the change jar. And that was a big setback. A big setback, because now I owed my cousin and I owed Rock. But Rock, he understood it, and he still gave me more to get back on my feet. And we came up with a plan on how I can pay the old tab while still having to pay the new one. But that robbery, it fucked me up, and not because of the safety and security thing. It was the fact that my girl was there, her son was there. You know, I'm feeling like I'm not the man I'm supposed to be. I'm not protecting the home like I'm supposed to. The fact that the light bill due in a week, the fact that I still need to feed my addiction, all while trying to build back up to that level that I was on, which needless to say, never happened. I'ma say weeks go by and I end up hooking up the money. And then the real problem comes, because now I picked up a 3rd plug. Yeah. To make up for the first 2 that I already fucked up. And see, I told myself in the moment that that's why I was doing it, but really it was just another way for me to get more pills, because they weren't gonna give me no more weed than they already had, so I improvised. And I'ma say after 1 month of owing him, Rock, he calls me and he tell me that he gotta pay his own plug because he threatening to do something to him because he ain't pay his tab yet on account of me, saying that he gonna have to give his plug my address if I don't come up with the money. And I asked him, I said, bro, how he know about me? Telling me that he told him about me when he was explaining why he didn't have the money. He basically told Rock, if you can't pay me my money, I'm gonna have to come see you, or I'm coming to see him. By this time, my cousin had totally written me off. Not in the sense of he don't with me no more or nothing. He would still come check on me. He called me, let me know, hey, if I need anything type. But on the business tip, he couldn't mess with me no more. He couldn't give me nothing no more because I didn't already messed up too much money. Then on top of that, the newest plug, let's call him Richie. Richie, he already tired of my bullshit. Yeah, he called me one early morning because I've been ducking his calls for the past 2-3 days. And once he finally get a hold of me, he tell me,
Next time I see you, I'ma kill your motherfucking ass.
but see, I was so out of it, numb, depressed, just totally defeated. All I said was, all right. And it wasn't a, all right, nigga, come on, bring it then. Give me your best. Like, what you gonna do? I'm right here waiting. Not one of them eyes. It was just a, all right, guess I'm gonna meet my maker. It is what it is. And he just hung up the phone. And I didn't know this dude too well, so I didn't know how serious he was. Didn't matter. Anybody could have said it. I would have still had that same reaction, bro. So to top that early morning off, that same day, I'ma say around noontime, Rock, he texted me. He said time is up. He gotta give up that address. Time's up. And this might sound selfish, but I wigged out. I wigged out on him. I cursed him out. I'm like, if you so-called see yourself as my brother and we got all this history together, I would never, that wouldn't even be an option to me. I would probably call him and say, look, bro, we got to make up a plan so we can take him out first because I ain't going to let him take you out. And look, I was a grown-ass man. I take full responsibility. At the time, I was 24, 25 years old, but giving you my so-called brother's address because he owed me money and now I owe you. So in order to get your money, you're going to come do something to him. That would have been off the table for me. I don't think I could do that. So we arguing damn near half the day. Get to the point where we texting back and forth. A new text come through with it saying, hey, this is not Rock. This is such and such, his mom. And she lightweight threatening me. She lightweight cursing me out, saying certain shit that I ain't never heard her say. I'm like, hold on. This don't sound like her. Basically painting a picture that, hey, this dude that came and beat up my son and beat my son down and did all this because you owe him, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, now I'm thinking back, is this story even true? Is this plug even saying all this to him? Because all these past situations, all these past rumors I done heard about this man. And even though I couldn't never really confirm most of them, this sounds like something he would do. So I still had his mama number, so I hit her up and I just wanted to see. And I was like, hey man, you ain't text me from a different number earlier, did it? She said, nah, baby, what's up? It must have been a wrong number. I'm gonna hit you back. I gotta hit you back. It was Rock. Deja vu moment. When the whole he flirting with my girlfriends thing came about, his mama got on the phone with me. When the guys at the Ville supposedly took his weed, his mama came back up there and got it back for him. So I'm like, what if all this shit is a sham? What if the plug never threatened him? And this is just his way of saying,
I really need this money.
I found out in the end that he really thought I did have the money and I was just trying to punk him. He didn't know that I had this bad addiction, which ain't no excuse. Like I say, as a grown-ass man, you give your word, you keep your word, no matter what the circumstance is. I got the truth that he thought I was bullshitting him. He thought I had the money the whole time. I just didn't want to give it to him. It pissed me off so bad that I said, fuck you, I ain't paying you shit. And we totally fell out after that. So at that very moment, I had two people who wanted to do something to me. Well, I guess one who supposedly wanted to do something to me, but another who told me directly he was gonna kill me. And I go out one day and I'm coming back from the store. It's this car riding around, constantly busting U's. Man, that looked like Richie car. So I cross the street, he busts a U. I cross back over, he busts another U. So when I cross back over to get the Blue Ridge, he goes inside the Blue Ridge. I'm like, yeah, okay. I get inside the apartment, trying to figure out who it might be, anything to justify this, and I stop. Rock gave him the fucking address, which I can't be mad at, right? I'm the one who did him dirty. A few days later, I get threatening calls.
Where you at, boy? Yeah, I'm on my way. I know where you at. I'm coming.
I got like 3 calls like that in one day. My girl and her son, she started staying at her mother's house for a while. Like they ain't been to the house in a while. The lights getting cut off. I'm sitting in there sleeping in the dark. Horrible experience. After all those threatening calls and the car pulling up and pulling off, it stopped after a while. Then me and my girl would be put out of our apartment. Things got so bad to where we couldn't pay the rent, we couldn't take care of the light bill, and if the lights is out for too long living in a Section 8 apartment, they kick you out. So I end up moving with my brother, she ended up moving with her mother. Because she was pregnant at the time, I'm over there just as much as she is. It was a lot going on. Then one day, the news come on, and who is it that comes across the screen? My third plug, Richie. He ends up killing somebody for the same reason that he claimed he was gonna kill me for. So all those cars coming across and feeling like I'm being followed by, it was him. And only because he took the life of somebody else that my life wasn't taken. And when I found out it wasn't Rock who sent him to my address, it made me feel that much worse. Like I tell y'all in a lot of my addiction stories, a lot of variables went into me changing my life and transitioning into something different. As of today, I'm in nothing illegal. I do nothing illegal. I try not to do anything illegal if I can help it, that is. And that was one of those things that contributed to that, because I could have definitely lost my life stemming from my addiction. It was a whole lot of lame rumors going around about me on how I treated this man and what I did to this man, and the full story not going out there. But I was so used to it at this point because this is Rock. Damn near ever since I met him, it was always like this. It was always been rumors, back talk. Oh, I'm this in front of you, but I'm that when I'm not. So I let it go. We do reconnect again for the last time. This is probably the last time. And this happens because I have officially started my YouTube channel. Not this one that we're on right now, but I had started a channel called The Jack Shop.
DA May!
1K, Richmond.
Yeah, I said my dog boy the glizzy Glock and he can wait to shoot it. Hey, in the back, come on, let's shoot a movie. Sticks all in their hands, we can't ride a rich pistol. Cause if a nigga out to get us, we gon' let a fellas. Round with lots of sticks, Glock, ADs, and lots of hitters. He gon' pop the pistol, let that nigga blow his.
Street band, Richmond.
Some shots up in this car, turn your bitch ass to a Holy Ghost. Drinking Xanny, weed, lean, Molly, I just might overdose. Every time I'm round, when it go down, it go half post to go. But nigga, get out of line, no doubt in my mind, I'm known, I'm supposed to blow when pip.
What's the motherfucking name? What's up, queen?
Get a check to sit with these hoes, cause none of these bitches can't stand me. Everybody wanna talk 10 toes down, but I'm all body about my fam. They don't like me, I don't care. I just laugh when
And I started promoting local artists for free, you know what I mean? Just totally doing this. And I had a theory. I said, okay, if I promote these artists long enough to where they build some steam and they get to going, and I'm also working on my own music career, now I build a rapport with these artists. In turn, I can get some features, maybe free feature or maybe some for a low number. It's one hand washing the other. Not only are you shedding light on the artists in the city, but you shed light on yourself. And in turn, you shed light on everybody. That was my theory in that whole thing. So I saw a video that Rock put out. He's still doing music. It was a diss song to me. And because of what I'm doing, promoting local artists, I can't discriminate even if it's a diss song against me. And yes, I promoted that very song. I was proud of Rock. You feel me? You want to know why I was proud? His bars was subpar. And let me tell you something, he just stepped it up. So when he saw that I promoted it, he hit me up in my DMs, we talking, and we were supposed to get on FaceTime and talk. And we do that. But it didn't feel right. The person I was at that time, how I transitioned and changed my life, it just seemed like he was still the same person. Nothing changed. He was still the same guy. All those memories started flooding back in of everything I went through. Anything from the past that had anything to do with the person I used to be, I wanted to get away from it. And he was a big part of that. So after that conversation, I never talked to him again. But I do want to get y'all opinion. You know, in the end, I know I left this situation in a up manner, regardless of the reason, regardless of my addiction. I told somebody I was going to do something, I didn't do it. But it's a part of changing. It's a part of transition. It's a part of everything that you're doing. I want to ask the people, the audience, y'all watching right now, hypothetically, if you were me and you did everything I did to the letter, what's your take on Rock in the end? Do you feel that regardless of the times he did look out for you, did the times where he snaked you matter more? Do you believe that friends should be able to hash out anything, no matter how bad or severe the offense? Or would you have cut him off from the beginning at the first sign of him being untrustworthy? When you first heard the rumor, you know, I want y'all real deal opinions on this one. Don't hold back, Nathan. If you got to post a full paragraph in the comment section, I want to break down the psychology. I want to break down the whole thing. The message I want to leave with y'all after this whole story: no loyalty is worth your life. No loyalty is worth your own dignity. No loyalty is worth you going against your own moral. I'm not saying I'm a saint. I'm not. Nowhere near it. But I did things that if it wasn't for this person, I wouldn't have did in the first place. If you are gonna be homeboys or so-called brothers or sisters with anybody that you come across, they gotta understand who you are first. If they willing to accept that from you, then cool. If not, they not your friend. You might just be going to school and doing all the right things in life, and because they not, they feel like you lame. That's not a friend. I remember treating people like that. When deep down inside, I wanted to learn. When deep down inside, I wanted to too. But I was so brainwashed with this street shit. I was so goddamn engulfed into wanting to be hard and tough. I couldn't be myself. That's what this shit really boiled down to, being yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit, bro. Ever since I started doing that and living my truth and being myself, all I've seen is success. All I've seen is good shit come from it. Family, prosperity, peace. And for the people who still live that way, who still haven't found themselves the way I found myself, you will get there. And when you get there, welcome home, my guy. Welcome home, my girl. But that's all I got. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay positive. Please stay sober. If you're losing, my boy. And we out.
Hustler talk, no comment though, just paper chase. Chasing my dreams, my nightmares ain't got no money. Just a cardboard sign and they existing so bumming. And they want me down